Okay, welcome everyone. Welcome to another night of Deep Ministry. Um, where we're reading the Christ letters, or reading the Christ letters. It's been a blessing. It's been a eye opener. I never thought where these letters would lead us, the understanding, the knowledge, of what, and all this is of what was intended for Christ, what Christ intended for us to know when he reincarnated in this realm. Know thyself, know who we are,
Mhm.
know who you are. And
Mhm.
if you're reading these letters with me or following with us, I hope your life has been changed. Oh my God, the power. We are just walking gods on this earth.
Yes,
We
yes.
are. We're just walking gods, have no idea of who we are, creating havoc in our lives.
Mm.
Creating havoc in our lives. And sometimes I sit and I'm like, oh, what makes people think that these gods incarnated on this in this realm and keep us enslaved? Oh my gosh. And when you come into this knowledge and you see how people are struggling in this world, oh, it's like, oh my God, I'm just looking at them as the God they are right now, because we on Thursday says, honor the God within everyone. Honor the God within a
Yeah.
homeless. Everybody have that
Mhm.
energy.
Yeah.
I know when I
Oneness.
speak of that oneness, oh my gosh.
Mhm.
When I speak about God, people think it's it's like an abomination to say that,
Mhm.
but that's who we are. I
Yeah.
know we weren't taught, but we got to relearn everything that it's not even relearning. And if you want to see it as relearning, fine. But you have to understand that even the Bible intended for us to know this. Because there's a
Hmm.
scripture in Psalm says, ye are gods.
Yes.
Ye are gods.
Hmm.
Don't look outside of ourselves for nothing. Everything is within. We all come from the same source, the universe. It's one universe, and we're all a part of this. Even the sun, the trees. Listen, let us not see ourselves better than or even less than. You can't be less than the power that lives within you, and you can't be greater than that power, that energy that lives within you, that God energy, that source.
Well said.
Yeah,
Well said. Well said.
we can't.
Mhm.
And it
Well
just
said.
takes a made up mind. And as my Dr. Murphy, Joseph Murphy told us, reprogramming our subconscious mind. When we come into
Mhm.
this earth, they make sure that's all that from school to college, that's just programming. It's
True.
programming the gods to think that they're not better than. I heard my doctor Joe Dispenza said, listen, there's there's nothing that we can't be. We can be a doctor, we can be anything. Not because in this, oh, we think a doctor is so much greater than you are. No, we have the possibility in us to be
What?
anything that we want
Yeah.
to be. Go ahead.
The the seed is there. It's there. You just have to water it. You have to know your knownness.
Yes,
Yeah. Know
it
your
is.
knownness. Yeah.
Yes, yes. And this program in this realm thing, oh, only certain people can be doctors, only certain people
No.
um president. No, no.
Anyone.
Anyone. And a lot of our ancestors told us that you could be anything you want to be.
Be what you want to be.
Yeah. You can be anything you want to be. And that
Yes.
was passed down. from generation to generation, but we didn't understand what, even them didn't understand what they were saying.
Mm-hmm.
As my sister says, the possibility is in us to be anything,
Yes.
even as great as a doctor or a homeless person.
Whatever title you want to be.
Whatever you want to be. And
Yeah.
right now, wherever we find ourselves right now, we create that. If you're a homeless person on the street, that's what we wanted to create.
Mm-hmm.
You can't blame anyone. The possibility, the potential is inside all of
Yes.
us.
Yes. We all have the power.
Yes, we
Yes,
do.
indeed. Yes. So true.
Yes, we do.
Well said. Well said.
Yes. So, yes, so thank you all. Thank you. I have some new subscribers. I thank you all.
Mm.
I thank you all. That video that I did about we did, not me, we did that live we did about the ego. Oh my gosh, I never thought that.
Powerful.
Oh, that was
Powerful.
powerful. Thanks for
Yes.
all the subscribers. I told when I started this channel, if I had 10 people, that was okay. I'm up to 169. And I'm thankful to everyone who, and listen, I said, if you find my channel, you're a light worker.
Mm-hmm.
You're a light worker because people hear this channel and just keep clicking. If somehow you stop and you listen and you took the time to listen, not even if you don't subscribe, you're a light worker
Yes.
because this knowledge is not just for everybody. You came here for a purpose. Please find that purpose. Know your purpose. Know why you incarnated in this world. Listen to the voice of you and the direction of your higher self. Listen, if this message find you, one of my new subscribers, please. You didn't find this channel by chance. You probably put it in your in your thing before you came on this earth. Listen, I want something to wake me up. You said, this is how everything works. We knew what we forgot, but we knew what we were coming here to do. Wherever we find ourselves. And I believe Dr. Joseph Dispenza, listen, we put things in our path to wake us up at a certain time. To wake us up at a certain time. So that's why if you see people still not waking up, just keep going. They will. They will, especially if they came here for a divine purpose. Because the trick is we forgot everything when we were born. Everything. We don't know we are nothing. So just imagine your father watching us like, let me see how long they're gonna take to come to themselves, come to the knowledge of the power that lives within them. Like, just imagine your father looking at you. Let me see how long it's gonna take for them to tap into that divinity. Huh? You know?
Ooh.
Let me see. Let me watch Debbie. Let me see how long Debbie's gonna down there spinning around like a gig.
Mm-hmm.
And
Going
and
in circles.
I have
Going in
no
circles.
knowledge of
Just spinning and spinning and
they're
spinning.
spinning. And
Ah.
I have no knowledge of self. That's how I imagine our creator like looking at us. Look at these gods. Look at them struggling. They put things in their path to wake us up, and we probably not even listening to it. Our soul is trying to lead us and guide us, but we get so caught up in this world.
Mm-hmm.
And let me tell you, the people who make this, whatever is control of the system, let me tell you, they're doing their job. The goal is to keep the giants asleep. You can just imagine that, sis. They know who we are, but the goal is to keep us sleeping. The goal is for us not to understand who we are. They
Well,
tell
it's
us,
time to arise. It's time to
yeah,
rise.
and they
It's
tell us,
time to
oh, God
rise.
is, just look what they did. They tell us that God is in the sky and God's going to open up the sky and come down. Huh? And Jesus going to come oh my gosh, everything they tell us. If
And
you want
all
to
the
know, If
And
you
all the while God is with us going to the liquor store. Eh?
exactly, if you want to know if something is truth or a lie, anyone tell you to look outside of self for anything,
Wrong teaching.
wrong, 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 run, run,
Wrong teaching. Yes.
wrong, wrong. Don't even listen to that. And that's what this world, they tell us, oh, you came from Africa. And listen, if you're new to my channel, I don't believe that slave story, but that's for another day. Oh, you came
Mhm.
from this. Oh, everything is to look outside yourself. Oh, pastor have to tell you this. Oh, let the pastor do this. Anything. Listen, everything is within us. And that's the message of these Christ letters. Know thyself, know thyself.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah. Know thyself. This nice. And how's your work? How's your week been, sis?
All is well. Everything is everything. Yes. All is well.
Okay, very good.
Yes. Yes.
Hmm.
I was hoping mommy could join us this week, but maybe
She'll,
not.
she'll probably pop in.
Okay. All
Yeah,
right.
she'll probably pop in. Um, okay, I'm trying to. Yes, this is how it's been, you know. People tend to pop in when they have some time. When they have time, they'll come in.
Yeah. Or once you have an awaken, you just can't miss nothing. Eh? Once you wake, it's almost like once you get a taste of piece of cake, you always want that piece of cake.
Yeah,
That's just how I see it. Eh?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Especially these letters. And
Yeah.
yeah, but it takes, and we have to understand we're dealing with a lot of belief systems, and it's going to take a while.
You gotta unpack
Yeah,
to pack again.
yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah. It's
It's
going to
not
take some.
easy,
It's
but you gotta
not,
put work in. You gotta put work in.
but it's when you taste a little bit of it,
You
when
want
you
more.
you want
Ooh,
more. Yeah,
want more. Yes.
you want more. When you come into this knowledge, oh, I mean, this is what it talks about. Not thirst anymore, and you shall
Yes.
not thirst anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Okay. Oh, so we're gonna start here about Christ talking about cleaning our consciousness. Cleaning our consciousness. We left off a little further, but I want to start here. This was powerful.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's see. Pardon. Okay. Yeah, we'll start with cleaning our consciousness. You may ask, why should I clean out my consciousness? I tell you, you would never plant a field of mealies without first putting in the plow to turn the ground, and then the equipment to make a fine textured soil and scatter the fertilizer. In ignorance, you could plant amongst the existing weeds in lumpy ground and omit the fertilizer, and your crop should be thin and patchy. Your crop would be thin and patchy. So it is when you muddle along in your earthly. So it is when you muddle along in your earthly self-centered thoughts and live entirely in your own human knowledge, strength, and will. You are limited to everything you do. And all unknowingly, you create the very circumstances which will limit the harvest of your endeavors. This is just basically what we were just talking about. You
Yeah.
know, we have to get out of our ignorance. We have to clean our consciousness, and that means just understanding who we are, understanding that we are beautiful that's and wonderfully made. That's what we talk about when we said raise your consciousness, raise your vibrational energy. That's what we're
Yeah.
talking about. Yeah.
Mhm. When you get to be the prodigal son, once you get to understand you are a prodigal son, you will arise and go back to your to consciousness.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's going back to your father. That's going back to who you truly are.
Yes.
Yes. And that's why it always says in the Bible, his hands are always stretched out, always waiting for us to come back,
Mm-hmm.
come to that knowledge of who we are. That's what coming back is. Mhm. So it says, so is it when you muddle along in your earthly self-centered thoughts and live entirely in your own human knowledge, strength, and will, you are limited in everything you do. And all unknowingly, you create the very circumstances which will limit the harvest of your endeavors. Yeah. So we create wherever we find ourselves. I know we've been taught about Satan, we've been taught about voodoo, hoodoo, kudu, whatever. You know, it's no, it's us. Our thoughts are creating our reality because we're creators. We take our being from that divine creator. So
Mm-hmm.
with our thoughts, we create our reality unknowingly. So when we clear our consciousness, we come into the knowledge of self. We have to understand that this is a path where each and every one has to take. Nobody can do it for you. As me and my sister can testify, it's this path where you have to forgive, you have to clear out, if it depends on how old you are, 30, 40, 10 years old, what you've been, all that indoctrination, all that unforgiveness,
Mm-hmm.
all that, everything. This is the path we all has to go on, whether in this realm, as we read a couple weeks ago, or beyond, or after we leave this world. There's no. It seems as if there's no other way. It's about self. It's about understanding self. It's about understanding who we are. It's about growth. It's about expanding. This is what all this that we're talking about is. It's about us. We have to go through this path. Nobody can do it for you. All we can do is encourage each other.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
That's what we're here to encourage each other. When the days when we're not strong, we we can call our sisters and brothers, but
We
it's a
lean
path
on each other.
we lean on each
Mm-hmm.
other, but it's a path we all have to
Have
take.
to say
Yeah,
yes.
because you have a higher self. Your soul is leading you through this. Don't think you're on this path by yourself. There's a higher self, your soul. Give it to your higher self. When it's too much, when my mind get too fearful, I give this thought to my higher self. I give this thought to my higher self. When my body is in pain I give this pain to my higher self. This is not a one-man show. I think we have 12 guides. In
Yes.
addition to, we have 12 guides, and you could call them guardian angels. We have 12 guides. We have our higher
Mhm.
self. Give it to them.
They're
Give it to
waiting.
them.
They're waiting.
They're waiting. They're waiting. And if you listen to me, I talk about Ron Carpenter, been 20 years now, we've been talking now. We have our guardian angels lazy. They're waiting on us.
Yeah.
They're waiting for the directions. And we read on Thursday, when we say, God bless you, that's when they go to work. When you tell somebody, oh, God bless you, or I bless this food, that's when they go to work to make that happen. When you tell somebody, God bless you, it says the angels go around try to make that happen. When you
Hmm.
bless your community, the angels go around. That's their job to make that happen. When you said, I honor the God within you to a homeless
Yes.
man,
Yes.
when you say
Hmm.
that, I honor the God within you to a sick person,
You speak healing.
you speak healing. That's when you activate the angels.
Yes. Yes.
So we have
Um,
the power not just only to change ourselves, but to change the world at large.
Look at that. Those of us who like other people doing stuff for us, like, I have a maid to do this, to do that. You have powerful maids and you're not using them.
Oh, I know. I know.
Oh my, silly me.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And this is why we have this channel. Because we don't know either. We're learning as we read and as we go along.
Yeah, instead
Because
of stressing yourself out, oh, I have my car note, I don't have enough money.
hmm
We have angels, send them to work. I
yes,
don't chase, I attract. Money comes effortlessly, and it comes.
effortless, effortlessly. Yeah, because and that's what we have to understand. I love that you brought that up, sis, because when we raise our consciousness, what did the Bible says? Take no thought.
Take no
That
thoughts.
that consciousness is so powerful. He
Yes,
said the Father knows everything you need before you even ask. So when you concentrate on cleaning your consciousness and you're raising your vibrational energy, as my sister just said, you attract all that you need.
yes.
You don't have to say, oh, I'm clearing my consciousness. I hope I get my healing. I hope I can pay my bills. No, that's the
Mm-mm.
power of going higher, to closer to the source of our being. That's what raising
Mhm.
your consciousness is. And just by you doing the work, you're rewarded. Everything you attract, everything. There's no hindrance to stop anything. You're not thinking that, as Reverend Ike said, there's a pie in the sky, and that's where you have to go to get it. You understand that all is within us, all is within the power, everything, the source, everything lives within this temple, that this temple is this body is the temple of the Most High God.
Mhm.
That's the power. When you hear someone say, raise your consciousness, it's the most beautiful thing somebody could tell you
Yes.
because it's your awareness of who you are. And that's how you attract your blessing. Okay? The moment that you realize from whence you are truly come, the moment that's raising your consciousness, seek the power on which you may draw to accomplish everything in your life and take
Oh.
urgent steps to clear out the weeds. Then, thus, purifying the soil of your consciousness You will draw on the power which will imbue and prosper your daily experience and activities. This is just what we just said.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
This is just what we just said. You could say the power is your fertilizer, but this would be completely inaccurate and false. Fertilizers is inanimate chemical food for the plant, whereas the power on which you can draw through daily meditation is the life which will invigorate your entire being, your life, and even your plans and the bricks of your houses and your equipment far beyond your present life. So that is the power, that source,
Power within.
the
Yeah.
power within, that great central sun, that great
Mm-hmm.
central,
Yes.
yeah, that great central sun. People who have given their entire willpower to live in this truth see the undeniable fruitage in their lives, and the seeing increase their faith and determination. Thus do they enter a circle of blessedness. They marvel that they marvel that other people can resist this truth and choose to remain outside the spiritual and earthly harmony in which it is possible to live. And this is like what people who come into this consciousness is saying. Um we're looking and we're thinking, when are people gonna rise up to their divinity? When are people gonna come into the understanding um that what we see in the mirror is not who we really are. What we see, that the physical aspect of us is it's not it.
Far
It's not
from
it.
who you are. Yes.
Yeah,
Very far.
yeah. It's not it. Your true self, your true self. I call it your Christ self, your soul, who you really are, is talking to you daily. It's talking to you daily. It's giving you instructions to the correct path. But because our ego, this ego-driven society, oh no, I have to do what makes me look good. I have to do what so I can be seen. I have to do um I have to be visible. I have to be best at this and all that. That's just ego. And
Willpower. Everything is based on your own willpower.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what your willpower has to overcome, that ego, that self, that flesh. And this is why we're saying it's not easy, because we're living in a society that appease that aspect of us
Mm-hmm.
and ignore the true aspect of us, the aspect of our love. It ignores that aspect of us. That's why we're saying that it's not easy. You have to have that willpower, because daily you're gonna get up on the television, unless you come against you see channels like this, and other channels will be like, raise your consciousness, get out of your ego. You get up daily and you're bombarded by division. You're bombarded by division. Oh, it's black and white, it's gay and it's straight, it's rich and it's poor. Those are egotistical things that keeps us in this low vibrational state. And those are the things we have to overcome. It's I'm holding on to things that makes me feel good, uh, uh, I'm not talking to Miss Jane because, you know, all those things. That's the work we just talked about that we have to, that has to be done. Just keep the ego under subjection. And that
Mm-hmm.
can only be done by we raising our vibrational energy, raising our consciousness, become knowledge of who we are and the power that lives within, and aware of the power that lives within us. Yeah. And if you want to know more about ego, we did a lot about ego. Please check out Deep Ministry. We read a lot about ego. This is going to go into ego too. I can bet.
I don't
If
think we're finished with ego.
no, we're not finished with ego. Ego is the cause of everything, and we're still going with ego. If you are prepared to listen and ponder and meditate on the following pages, you will begin to understand what has been hidden from the beginning of creation. Cleansing the consciousness. Whilst doing all of the very necessary work of mental, emotional cleansing, as my words in the foregoing pages describing, that which has brought you and all the world into visible being, to build up an awareness and contact with its powerful divine consciousness. Out of that contact will come the inspiration and strength to accomplish the cleansing more swiftly. As the cleansing takes place, you will experience newfound happiness and fulfillment in every area of your life. So this is Christ going to teach us in the following as we read how to cleanse our consciousness. Describing, that's going to talk that which has brought us and all the world into visible being. That's the source, our father and our mother.
Mm.
Our father and our mother, electricity and magnetism. That's what brought us into being. That's the source of all things. You will also receive inspired directions in regard to your daily lives, either during meditation or like a ray of light in your mind when you are at peace and thinking of some mundane matter. If you do not disconnect or reject these directions, but follow them faithfully and carefully, you will be taking your first steps to becoming eventually a great and successful planter and reaper of creative ideas in your environment. And I notice and this is the way we communicate with the spiritual realm. Meditation,
Mm-hmm.
meditation, or you just feel this is the one I see I'm feeling now more than ever. Things just dropping into your mind. Don't ignore them. These are the ones we tend to ignore. Be like, no, what's that mean? Oh, really? Yeah. These are this one is, I think, is what's coming into this realm at this time. Just things dropping in
Okay.
your mind.
Okay.
Yeah. You just, and it's sometimes, um, and when it comes in your mind, don't think you'll forget it. That's what I want to say about that. You won't forget it. You might say, "Oh my God, something came in my mind before. What was it?" And eventually, you will remember those
The
things that
subconscious bring it back.
the subconscious bring it back. So these are powerful thoughts that's coming into us, impulses that are coming into us at this time. So listen, don't be caught up with Snoop Dogg, and don't be caught up. Last night I got caught up with Blake Lively and something. Don't be caught up by what your senses are seeing. Don't be caught up with what's going on TV, on TikTok. Yeah, you can be on there too, because they're gonna use, sometimes they use people on TikToks to just send you confirmation of what was what that thought that came in your mind earlier. Because you're gonna see some, I'm like, oh my gosh, that came in my mind earlier. And then you see someone else talking about it. The
Mhm.
universe is talking to us at this time.
Be open.
Be open. Don't be
Hmm.
like, oh, my mind. No. Your higher self is leading you into the right path. I heard this girl said, your higher self has you. It's like you can say, my higher self has me.
Hmm.
Because if you don't ascend, your soul doesn't ascend. So you're in this thing together. It's leading you and directing your ever path. And your higher self is still as the Bible says, and that's how I understand it. Still at the right hand of God right now.
Yes. Uh-huh.
You get what I'm saying? If you understand what I'm saying, sis.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes, yes. It's still at the right hand of God, interceding on your behalf, as he's speaking in the Bible context.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's the all-knowing aspect of us. Okay. And meditation. I'm gonna start doing meditation. That came in my spirit, that was dropped in my spirit. Beginner's meditation. I'm gonna start doing that live,
Once
at
a
least
week?
once a week. At least
Once a
once,
week?
yeah.
Okay.
At least I'm gonna start out
Okay.
with once a week. Yes, it is
Okay.
very important to meditate.
Yes.
It's yes. A doctor says people meditate even for 1 minute. It's like resting your mind, it's resting your brain, and allow the spiritual aspect of you to take over. And it even cleanse your blood. I have a
Wow.
subscriber that, yes, I had a subscriber that shared oh, he was healed from a stroke by meditating. We have to meditate. We have to meditate. Because it's tapping into that spiritual realm. That's how you build your faith. When you
Yeah, but
see,
go ahead, teacher.
no, go ahead, sis.
No, I was gonna say Joshua, the book of Joshua 1, I think verse 8 said meditate day and night.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Meditate. Yeah, we have to meditate. So I'm gonna do a beginner's class on meditation.
Wonderful.
Yeah. All right. So, yeah, let's read this again. You will also receive inspired directions in regard to your daily lives, either during your meditation are like a ray of light in your mind. When you are at peace and thinking of some mundane matter, if you do not discount or reject these directions, but follow them faithfully and carefully, you will be taking your first step to becoming eventually a great and successful planter and reaper of creative ideas in your environment. Yeah, and we understand he's talking about, he's using these planter and reaper as allegory, because he's talking about, it's the same thing that in the Bible when he says you can't put clean wine into um,
Old
old
skin
wineskin.
bottle. Yeah.
Yeah, you
Mm-hmm.
can't put clean wine. And he's using the allegory here. You can't plant a field without preparing the field.
Mm-hmm.
You can't plant without preparing, as he mentioned previously. So that's why he's using planter and reaper. Yeah, so don't discount these little directions, these little things you're getting in your mind. Don't think it's, oh, what is this? And oh, it's just my mind. No, don't discount these. Everything connected to you will blossom, flourish, and prosper. Everything will respond and bless you with newness of life. If you discipline yourself in meditating daily with undeviating devotion, you will eventually begin to feel a response and inflow of that which brought you into being. And the words you are using will take a new meaning. The words will imbued with universal life. Yep, yep. Yeah, so if we're gonna follow our thoughts, that we directions that we hear in our mind, um, and it says if we're obedient, that's where obedience comes from. And it says obedience is better than sacrifice. And anything you're doing, being obedient to these thoughts that's coming, this is what the Bible was talking about. Everything will everything connected. Let me start up here. If you do not disconnect or reject these directions, but follow them faithfully and carefully, you will be taking your first steps to becoming eventually a great and successful planter and reaper of creative ideas in your environment. Everything connected to you will blossom, flourish, and prosper. And this
Mm-hmm.
is about raising your consciousness. And listen, it's contagious, very contagious. That energy, woo, you have people in your house who you think um is when you start who you think probably is against you and things not working and you worried, maybe you're worried about your children, as mothers we always worry about our children, you worry about your family members living in your home. You concentrate on raising your consciousness. This old lady told me one time, listen, you can't change nobody, but you can only change yourself.
Yeah.
And you change yourself, woo, everything. What did it says? That this energy spread 26 miles around me.
Yes.
Everybody around
Yeah.
affect this energy effect. So you might listen to this and you'll be like, oh, so what's gonna happen to my husband? Listen, whew, what can happen to my children if I let me tell you, this energy, this consciousness is so powerful. It works on everybody, even your neighbors. Even your neighbors. Yep, yep. This is contagious.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone starts being blessed. Everyone starts being healed.
Everybody benefits.
Everybody benefits. And
Mm.
it starts with you.
Yes.
Just do you. Because you can't change anybody but
True.
yourself. Yeah.
True.
That's what Michael Jackson tried to tell us. I'm talking to that man in the mirror. I'm
Yes.
asking you to change your ways.
Yeah. Make
Yeah.
that change.
Make that change. Make that change. So you want your family to be okay, start doing the work. Start doing the self work. Um, Everything will respond and bless you with newness of life. If you discipline yourself in meditating daily with undeviating devotion, you will eventually begin to feel a response and inflow of that which brought you into being. And the words you are using will take on new meaning. The words will be imbued with universal life. You will be filled with joy and will rejoice exceedingly because you will then know the power is real and active in your mind and life. And yeah, and that's what we have to come in contact with to really understand because um that's what when Christ was on earth, they saw the miracle for themselves.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's why they believe they saw it and they see it and that's has to and I know the source know that we have to feel that power. We have to understand what it feels like for that faith to increase. And the more we do it and the more we feel good and the more we see things blessing in our lives is the more we try to keep in contact with our higher self. So that faith start building. You will come to rely ever more confidently on the power beginning to be manifested in your affairs. You will want to draw others into your state of blessed harmony, for other people will be aware of it and ask you about it. Not only this, you will be experiencing a new kind of brotherly love and will want to share what makes you happy with other people.
True.
Yeah, I
That is
cannot.
so true.
Go ahead, sir.
No, no, no. I was just repeating what you said. So true.
Yeah, yeah. I cannot emphasize this truth enough. This need to be met, this need to meditate. Since so many people give up the surge and the self discipline of daily listening before they have fully cleansed their consciousness and arrived at that state of inner purification, so necessary to make in perfect contact with the universal consciousness, the source of your being. All right. Let me highlight this, how important it is for us to meditate. I cannot emphasize this truth enough. This need to meditate.
Mm-hmm.
Since so many people give up the search and the
Yeah.
self discipline of daily listening before they have fully cleansed their consciousness and arrived at that state of inner purification, so necessary to making perfect contact with the universal consciousness, the source of your being. And this is so true because I've been so lax in my meditation the last couple of days, but we have a tendency when we're getting blessed, we kind of give up. Not that we give up. We think we've arrived and there's still more to go.
Yeah, we slack up a little.
Yeah, we do. We do.
Mm-hmm. True.
So,
Mm-hmm.
even if you're a good listener, you might say, Deep ministry, I listen good and I can hear with my higher self talking to me. And you think you're there. It's necessary to do both, to
Mm-hmm.
meditate and to be a good listener. Because it helps us to um cleansed properly so we can come in contact with that universal consciousness. You call him universal consciousness, you call him God. I say Father, Mother, God. You say Yahweh, Jehovah, Muhammad,
Source of my being.
source of my being. It's the
Yeah.
same.
hmm Same,
source. Yeah.
same one,
Same
same.
one.
hmm
Same. So we say universal consciousness, we're talking about God or whatever, whoever your God is. Because Christ tell us we just call the source of our being by different names. So I like Father, Mother, God, really, and I like
Some
source.
people say Abba.
Some say Abba, some say
hmm
Yahweh.
hmm
Mm,
Father, but he's still father, mother.
still Father,
Mhm.
Mother.
Still father, mother.
Some
Yes.
say energy. Did you see that video I sent you with that little God guy?
Yes, the little fellow. Oh my
Ooh,
goodness. And I
ooh.
said he's been here before.
That I think he has. Ooh,
That
let him talk
that
about
that
who God
child is
is.
very intelligent, very in tune.
I don't even.
Wow.
I don't know if he's 14 years old. I don't think
Wow.
he's 18. He's probably. He's not even 18. Let me say that. These are babies.
Mm-hmm.
He's not even 18, and he has an idea what God is.
Yes.
Yeah.
But you know, Job prophesied and he said that the young ones, they be teaching the old ones.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. The young man gonna have prophesy,
They
some's gonna
prophesy,
dream
have
dreams.
dreams and
Yeah.
visions.
And visions.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So when you do make contact semen, miracles happen. This is the commencement of the universal power taking on form and shaping. Let me start over. When you make contact, semen, miracles happen. This is the commencement of the universal power taking on form and shape in your soul, body, mind, heart, and circumstances. Yeah. So the goal is for us to come in contact with universal consciousness,
Mm-hmm.
that power. I tell you truly, you may trust my words implicitly. If you preserve, there will be, no, if you persevere, there will come a moment when you actually feel the contact and know that you have made contact. Oh my gosh, I wonder what that feels like.
We getting there.
We are. We're
We are
persevere.
getting there.
We're trying to
Yes.
persevere. We're pushing. We're pushing.
Yes. We
Yes.
are getting there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That place called there. That's what
Yes.
that is. Mm. Yeah, we're persevering. We are. Yes. If you persevere, there will come a moment when you actually feel the contact and know that you have made contact. You have then reached a most crucial time in your spiritual human development when this happened. For a few hours, so many souls feel uplifted and joyful, but then the daily cares intrude into their minds and they intellectualize the experience. They explain it away in human terms. Do not do this, for you will lose what you have been given. You will
Mm.
greatly delay your spiritual progress. Wow,
Wow.
wow, wow. Yeah, we try to explain in human terms what what it feels like, what really happened, what just happened. Because um I know I had an experience one night when I was woke up scared and something I felt something. I can't even explain what it feels like, but It's that thing that passeth all understanding. It's just love and peace and everything, everything together.
What they
It's
call it, that fuzzy feeling.
it's that fuzzy
Yes, that
feeling. Yeah.
fuzzy
It's
feeling.
that feeling that you can't even tell no one.
Mm,
But
you
I know I
can't
was scared
describe.
and I just call on my God. I just
Yes,
call on the source of my being.
yes.
Oh, I can't even explain what it is. And this is where we're going to. You just have to experience it yourself. Because there's no words on earth that can describe. My vocabulary is limited to describe what really happened.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm. It can't explain with words. It can't. And ever since, I don't care what you're going to tell me. I know God is all love. From that night, I know what we read in the Bible, we read it literally about God is of vengeance and God is going to kill and God. No, no, that's not him.
There's
It's a
one
love
it's one character of God. There's one character, and that's love.
and that's love. Nothing else.
Mm-hmm. That's
Nothing
it.
else.
That
Nothing
is it.
else
Yeah.
describe God. Oh, I'm telling you, nothing else. I know I said that before. And oh, God is this. I try to see with my subscribers and when you comment on my channel, but when you go keep on telling me God is vengeance and He's gonna kill the wicked and oh my gosh, no, that's not God. That's not God. He's not killing anybody. Listen, you have free will. Whatever happened to you, it's you. He's not
Yeah.
killing anybody. And you don't really die anyway. You don't really die. You leave this if you can't conform, you leave and go back
And
where
come
you
back
soul with
till
and
you get
come
it
again.
right. Yes,
Get
till
it
you get
right. Your
it
soul
right.
will teach you and you incarnated here or
Yep.
somewhere else as maybe as a bird, maybe as a
A
tree,
rat, a
a rat of
butterfly,
the
a
water,
worm, a fly,
whatever.
an
Yeah.
ant, and you,
You
yeah,
just transform. You don't die, really.
that's right. That's
Yeah.
right. There's no such thing as death.
There isn't. There isn't. There isn't.
Mm-mm.
We're energy beings. Energy does not die.
Energy don't die. Exactly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you're that's why I see these debates going on. Why did God I heard this man said today, why did God kill his son, send his son to die for us instead of killing the devil?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you see, that's misinterpretation of the Bible.
But
Why he asks why, and that's a good question. If you believe that God sent his son to die for us, and which I don't think that's not what really happened. Christ sent his son to die for us. Why? Because of the devil and whatever. It doesn't, it doesn't, it doesn't make sense. Doesn't make
I'm a
sense.
little confused because isn't the same God that made the sun made the devil?
But what
Which
devil
is it
though?
which is in your thoughts? Your
Exactly.
thoughts.
What's the
Your
devil though?
thoughts.
Yeah,
Your thoughts. That's your thought.
yeah, yeah. You see, so the lack of for lack of knowledge, my people perish.
Always.
Oh yeah, lack of knowledge, my people perish. Always, and that's always telling you to look for somebody outside yourself. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it's the
Mm-hmm.
devil outside yourself that's causing you all this problem.
Right.
Mhm. Okay. If you read these words and are afraid to believe them, or believe they are foolishness, or feel you will lose prestige if you believe them, you are making a creative form in consciousness which will negate any constructive response you may have originally had to this letter. I don't believe that, but I'm gonna highlight it. If you reach this far with us, letter 4B, I'm sure no one has, I hope no one has these thoughts.
I hope
If
not.
you, yeah, I hope not, because if you read these words and are afraid to believe them, or believe they are foolishness, or feel you will lose prestige if you believe them, you are making a creative form in consciousness which will negate any constructive response you may have originally had to this letter. I hope we don't think it's foolishness. We're not saying it's easy, but I personally, these letters are everything, everything.
It's truth.
It's truth.
Yeah. It's
It's
truth.
truth. And
Yeah.
we say that because so many other things on days like we read other books, other books, they line up with these letters.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they line up with these letters. So I say to you, cherish your moments of belief. Preserve your special times of contact with that which brought you into being. Believe in them and hold them fast in your consciousness, and gradually you will move forward onto the heights of spiritual consciousness to great insight and joy. So he's just telling us that when we meditate or when we receive these thoughts from our higher selves, from the source of our being, or the source of our being. Our higher self is not the source of our being. This is the source. This is universal consciousness, that which brought you into being. When we meditate and we come in contact with universal consciousness, when we receive, people call them downloads. Downloads. I like it because sometimes you're just doing something and a thought just come in your mind. I like downloads. You receive these downloads from your higher self or from universal consciousness. It says believe them and don't think you when you get these, don't think you're better than anybody or you're higher or you reach somewhere. It's a process. It says hold on to them.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on to these thoughts. Hold on to these moments where you tap into universal consciousness. Hold fast in your consciousness and gradually you will move forward onto the heights of spiritual consciousness to great insight and joy. Yeah, this is why we're here. This is who we are. Again, I say, do not put these letters to one side. I cannot sufficiently emphasize your need to think about them, recall what they have to say. If you cannot remember, then return and read them yet again and yet again and yet again until they have been absorbed into your consciousness. The more you meditate on them daily, so will they be clarified in your mind and will come to of ever greater meaning for you. Eventually, you will find that they have been like food and drink, building up your morale and determination to help change your present conditions into those of harmony, widespread growth, prosperity, and peace. Yeah. Great inspiration and joy will be yours when you come to realize that the immensity of that which brought you into being is radiant, rapturous, ecstatic power beyond your present capacity to dream and imagine. It is reality. So that's what reality is, you know. That's what reality it is. When you come in contact with universal consciousness. That's what truth is.
Hmm.
Mm, that's what joy is. Mm, it's radiant, it's rapturous. We were just saying that we can't find words to describe those moments. It's
It's
radiant,
radiant
rapturous, ecstatic power beyond your present capacity to dream and
and
imagine.
imagine.
It is reality. It is the source of being, the source of everything that you see in your natural living world and in many levels of existence beyond the ones you presently inhabit. I don't like that. It is the source of being, the source of everything that you see in your natural living world and in many levels of existence beyond the one you presently inhabit. And that's just telling us there are different dimensions, not just this one, beyond the one you presently inhabit. When you are abundantly receiving divine consciousness into your mind, yourself, into every facet of your existence, then you will begin to see the enormous difference. You will look back at the times of stress and unhappiness and see that gradually the limitations of your life will have yielded to greater blessedness. This becomes an ongoing process in your life. Be of good heart. It is truly I, the Christ, who is reaching out to you and the world through the medium of these letters.
Mm-hmm.
I believe this, and it doesn't even matter if no one. This is.
Well, I don't have to prove to anyone.
I don't have to prove to anyone.
Mm-mm.
This is beyond what I could even ask or think or thought.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah. This is Christ reaching out. This is the true purpose why he came. If you say you love Jesus and all that, this is why Christ came for us to have knowledge of self. This is
Yes.
why he was crucified. And I was thinking the other day, when you read, when you talk about the God within, that's why he was crucified. And a lot of people in the church are doing the same thing. If I say God within me and you're criticizing me, you're doing the
You
same thing.
crucifying you.
Y-
Yeah.
yeah, you're saying, oh, you're not God. You're doing the same thing they did to Christ.
Yes. Absolutely.
They're doing the
Mm-hmm.
same thing they did to Christ. This is what Christ wanted us to know.
Mm-hmm.
He wants us to, he was experiencing this while he was on earth. He was tapping into universal consciousness while he was on earth. That's why he says, greater things I did that you will do.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he was doing. He said, of myself, I can't do nothing. It depends on that's
On
the
the
source of
Father.
it. It depends
Yes.
on the Father.
Yes.
And if you want to say, oh, deep ministry, you said father, mother. He explained it earlier, said he only used father because of the Jewish culture. that he was in. I know that they were really critical of women. He said that's why
Mm-hmm.
only way he used father. But if he has his father, mother, God,
Mm-hmm.
it's not discounting women. So don't come with that. He said he explained that he only used father because of the culture he was, the people he was around at that time.
Yep, women had no say so, but yet still women is the womb that bring forth stuff.
Exactly.
Eh?
Exactly. And he said if he has to choose, he would say Mother God.
Mm-hmm.
But because it's the two energy, and I see a lot of people coming with that, sis. Thank you for that thing. I forgot to show it on Thursday. Um about the cross that you sent me, sis. The cross is
Yeah,
masculine, feminine, electricity, magnetism, Father, Mother, God. The same cross.
same thing.
Same thing. Yeah. I particularly want to impress on your minds the way I have deliberately made statements in the past pages to lift your thoughts to a higher level of consciousness, depicting the benefits to be derived from working to elevate your consciousness by ridding it of the negative traits mentioned on page 1. I want you to realize fully that I have only come to help you rid yourself of the undesirable, ego driven thoughts and emotions presently controlling your mind. I am also here expressly to encourage and help you. Yes, help you develop within your mind and heart, all the love based thoughts and emotions which will bring you into harmony with divine consciousness. It is my most urgent and loving purpose to bring you out of the gray shades of existence which you presently inhabit into the sunshine of spiritual enlightenment that awaits you when you have conquered the ego drive,
Mm-hmm.
become unified with your soul and Father,
Father,
Mother
mother.
life, and
Uh-uh.
move into the harmony of unconditional love
For
for all.
all. Amen.
Mm-hmm.
See, father, mother,
Yep.
father, mother.
Father,
They can't
Mother.
be a father without the mother, mother
Can't
without a
be.
father.
Can't
However
be.
you look at it, the two is one can't be without the other.
Can't.
Mm-mm,
There would have
just
been
can't.
no creation. There
No
would have been no
question.
creation.
But in the beginning, he said, "Let us, let us." He didn't say let one. He said let us.
Mm.
Huh?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. The and I'm just gonna say this. The suppression of the feminine or the woman is just a low vibrational tactic.
Mm.
Yeah. Low energy tactic to keep us in that low energy. I told you my someone told me that um one of those Muslim country, I'm not sure, where woman is so suppressed, the flowers stop growing, the
Oh
grass stop
my.
growing, yeah,
Oh
because
my.
they're not allowed to go to the market, they're not allowed to be in the streets unless they're because it needs that feminine energy.
Oh my.
Yep,
Oh.
yeah,
Yikes.
Yeah, it's just a low vibrational to keep divine beings into this low energy. Because if you love God, Christ already told us that about Muhammad in these letters. Muhammad loved woman, love woman, love woman, love woman. You know, everything has been usurped, just like Christianity was usurped. Well, what's their religion? I don't know. What is it called?
Who?
Is it Muslim? The religion is Muslim, right?
Yeah.
I think so. Their religion has been usurped, and our religion has been usurped.
Okay.
Yeah, that's like people try to um say what Christ's intention was without saying, and it's not true. It's the same thing with the Muslim religion. We all have to come to the knowledge of self and who we are, no matter what religion you are.
It's all about self at the
It's
end
all
of the
about
day.
self. Yeah, at
Yeah,
the end of the
knowing
day,
oneself, knowing oneself.
knowing oneself. That's what it
Yep.
comes down to.
Yep.
You can't look
Mm.
outside of self for anything,
Nope.
anything.
But I
Yeah,
can't look outside of myself to be me. I can't look at you to be me. I have to look within me to be me.
yeah. My opinion doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what I think of you.
Right.
Nothing. I can't affect you one bit. Only you can affect you. I can affect you if you let what I say bothers you. Who is me? Who is me to tell a divine being what to do or what to think?
We
Huh?
both gods. We
We're
both
all gods.
gods.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not better than you. Why? What? No, no. And the big thing is telling us somebody's coming from the sky to help us. Why would someone come? You're a divine being. Why would somebody come down from the sky to help you? You have all you need. And even if they're here to help you, they can't do nothing unless you tell them
True.
because you have free will. They can't just come and, oh, I'm going to help Debbie today. No, you have to ask. You have to welcome them and you have
True.
your guides and they can't do nothing unless we tell them.
Unless they commanded.
Yeah,
Yes.
you have to do it. That's the power we have. Trump can't do nothing for you. You have all the power. Camilla can't do anything for you.
True.
You have all the power.
Uh-huh.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah. I know that's what we've been taught. Oh, I'm gonna vote JLP because JLP gonna help me. Help you do
No,
what? It's
no,
gonna
okay.
oppress you.
Yep.
I saw how they're acting. I'm like, listen, we give them the power to treat us like that
Mm-hmm.
because we don't know who we are. You think God, you choose them, and then you want God to come down and you have to call, you have to ask. You chose them. You're a divine being. Nobody can and if they're intruding on your divine will, they have to answer for themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah. We talk about commandments, the laws of the universe. That's what matters. And they know it. They can't take away your rights.
Yep. Nope.
All right. Therefore, I will repeat the list of negative characteristics set out on page 1. I want you to read them carefully, that with your own and watch your own reactions and feeling as you go through them so slowly. All right. I think I read these before, but I'm going to read them again one by
Mm-hmm.
one. These are the negative characteristics that we need to get rid of.
Mm-hmm.
Negative characteristics that we need to get rid of:
Mm-hmm.
criticism, sarcasm, judgmentalism, rejection, denigration, enmity, intolerance, hatred, jealousy, aggression, violent impulses, thieving, falsehoods, double and devious dealings, slander. Yeah. How do you begin to get rid of those you know to be part of your consciousness? Do not be too ashamed to face up to them, since you are a human being and have been born under the influence of these characteristics of the ego. So do not be too afraid or too downcast to face up to them. Take the first step in total honesty and write them down. The second step is to take the sheet of paper and lie down and place it on your chest. Close your eyes and reach out in thought to the divine reality, your source of being, which you should now realize is your loving procreator, your true spiritual father, mother, which radiates unsting, unstingingly and continually and consistently unconditional parenting love. Give time to quieten your mind until you feel that you are moving beyond your own consciousness. Then ask in perfect faith and expect an immediate answer, since you are operating in consciousness, for help in removing, dissolving, overcoming the false and unnecessary rejection, ego drive in all the days to come. So Christ is just giving us a way to get over, to help us get over these negative feelings, negative feelings and slander.
Mm-hmm. Which we all experience.
We all have them.
We all.
Hmm. First, do not be ashamed of them. Help welcome them. Don't feel downcast that you feel these. We're human beings, he said. Yeah. So that's the first step. Do not be afraid or too downcast to face up to them, and take the first step of total honesty and write them down. You're going to write them on piece of paper, write these on piece of paper. And then second, you're going to put it on your chest, write these paper, lay down, put them on your chest. Close your eyes, reach out to the source of your being, your Father, Mother, God, loving Father, Mother, God, and ask for your help, ask for their help. They say Father, Mother, God, but it's still one.
Yeah.
It's still one. And ask for help in removing these thoughts. Ask for help in removing these thoughts out of our consciousness.
So teacher, how different would it be if I say, okay, like, so if I have resentment, I just say I surrender resentment to my higher self. Would it be the same? or
Um,
I have to ask for help to remove it?
I would say ask for help to remove it.
Okay.
Based on what we read tonight, ask for
Mm-hmm.
help to remove it. Yeah, you accept it. First you accept it. And you said
Mm-hmm.
write it down on a piece of paper and just put it on your chest, on your heart, and ask Father, Mother God to help you, not to do it. It seems like they won't do it for you. They gotta teach us how to do it.
Okay.
You get that feeling while reading this? Yeah, we have helpers, but they teach us how to do it.
Okay.
Because next time that thought comes up, you're gonna immediately remember that consciousness. You're gonna feel them taking it away, you know? You're gonna feel it's we're in a learning experience. Yeah, they can do stuff for us, but we have to learn. We're divine beings, you know?
Mm-hmm.
We're divine beings. So yeah, we have jealousy and we criticize too much. We accept it and then we just give it to our Father, Mother God, the source of our being, to help us, to strengthen us, to get rid of these things that's hindering us from our blessings. Then ask in perfect faith and expect an immediate answer since you are operating in consciousness for help. See, for help in removing, dissolving, overcoming the false and unnecessary rejection ego drives in all the days to come. Yeah, so they're here to teach us that even though we forget who we are, in our true self, we understand how to do these. But they're here to help us to overcome, teach us.
Okay.
Yeah. Emotionally, you make it clear to your spiritual father or divine reality, and therefore to yourself that you want no more of these ego negatives in your consciousness. You ask for the inspiration and strength to make every effort to avoid or deny them from that day forward. By following this course of action, you are creating a new consciousness form which now begins to infiltrate and take over your present consciousness. Your intention now becomes your reality. So, this is just teaching how to cleanse our consciousness. That's what Christ is doing here, cleansing our consciousness so we can come in contact with that universal consciousness when we meditate or when we receive thoughts during the day. The former negative characteristics written on your piece of paper and taken to your spiritual father are now in a limbo of rejection in your consciousness. This consciousness rejection is also the means of drawing divine power into your consciousness to help you strengthen your resolve and remembrance to discard any impulses which may erupt from the rejected characteristics. Therefore, as you can probably see, the surrender and meditation have set in motion unseen work in consciousness of which you will probably be unaware until you later wake up to the fact that the characteristics have disappeared. I would earnestly urge you to take the paper of characteristics into meditation several times. Each time you do so, you draw onto your own consciousness a further injection of Father Mother Love consciousness, life's power, in your purpose of overcoming and ridding your consciousness of unwanted consciousness forms and forces. Yeah. And these are born out of our ego. We see that
Mm-hmm.
all these rejected thoughts are born out of the ego. When they have been dissolved, they will no longer draw into your circumstances the negative and unhappy shadows which plagued you before. You will be traveling a higher path to freedom. As you progress, you will come to perceive little falls of consciousness in your mind and heart, when on your mind and heart, which never seemed to be wrong before. And when this happens, you must go through the same procedure of writing them down and taking them in utter faith to your spiritual father. Now there is one more thing you must do to complete this rebuilding of your consciousness. In place of criticism, sarcasm, judgmentalism, rejection, denigration, enmity, intolerance, hatred, jealousy, aggression, violent impulses, thieving, falsehoods, double and devious dealings, and slander, you must write in a piece of paper in gold letters, if possible, to give you a sense of beauty and glow about the attributes, the golden qualities of divine consciousness of which you want to be possessed by and to express in future. To be in perfect harmony with your divine reality, your spiritual father, each attribute will be found on unconditional love and will promote the highest good of others. For no longer will you speak to put others down in order to make yourself feel greater and more self confident. Your entire consciousness will be directed to affirming other people and building up everything within your orbit. You will seek to nourish, nurture, teach, protect, maintain, fulfill the needs of others, and seek to lovingly establish order out of chaotic, mindless action. I like this. This is where we come. This is what we become. And if you're
Mm-hmm.
out
But
there and you're feeling these things, you're growing consciously. You will seek to nourish, nature, teach, protect, maintain, fulfill the needs of others, and seek to lovingly establish order out of chaotic, mindless actions. This is what you become. Having written your golden inspirations on your sheet of paper, again, lie down and reach out to your divine reality and ask that the beautiful impulses, the nature of the divine, may gradually spread through your mind and heart and become your own consciousness. When this happens, your soul will be like a baby chick, pecking and pecking, breaking its shell to emerge into the wonder of the great big world, to be united with Mother Hen, patiently waiting for her child to rejoin her. This is how it is with me and all other Christed souls. We wait and watch and help the people who long to find out the cause of their emptiness of spirit, who set their hearts on transcending earthly occupations, whose minds are being drawn to higher purpose in life, and who dream of coming into perfect attunement with their own souls and their divine source of being. We yearn with love over the spiritual travelers more than the travelers even suspect. This means that we yearn with love over you who are reading this letter. When you are again united with the source of your being, you will achieve your true purpose on earth. You will have accomplished your true mission of your true mission in eternity. And now let your real life begin. You will have entered the kingdom of heaven.
Wow.
Wow.
So all
Wow.
these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17.
Yeah.
These 17 things until we overcome them,
Yeah.
then we cannot enter into that place where we need to be.
No, we can. We can't.
So you
But
have to pass criticism, you have to pass judgmentalism, sarcasm, rejection, intolerance, hatred, jealousy, violence, all that.
yeah. And the good thing is telling us how to do it. The only thing I haven't seen a gold write it's something in a gold pen. I haven't seen a golding pen in years. I don't think I've ever seen one.
Well, we're gonna have to go into meditation until we will get one.
We do. Was said the universe send us one.
Yes.
Hmm. And this just gave us the answer on why we're on Earth. Why did we come here?
You have to pass all this test, all this. You have to get rid of this, all
Yes,
this,
yes.
all
That's why.
this.
Yes. Oh, Shekaramasiki. And this is what all those ascended beings, Christ, Mohammed, Buddha, this
Mm-hmm.
is what they went through. This is what they did. That's why we're on earth. And you know, reading this, what I'm thinking, we have learned that this life, we have to wait to heaven before we can become one with our soul or one with um in universe, one with our divine source. That's what we are been taught. Our Christed souls to
So,
restore to find the kingdom of God here on earth. We thought we would have to die, you know,
mm-hmm.
to experience this. But what Christ is saying, listen, we can experience this on earth.
Mm-hmm.
This is when we start living.
Wow.
Yeah, this is when we start living. Let me write the steps.
And every last one of us have all these in us. Every last
Oh
one.
yes,
We
yeah,
slander people. We you know, we we do devious dealing.
feelings.
We,
Yeah,
we, we,
yeah,
we, even if you take even if you take a cookie at the cookie jar without permission, it's still a thief. Huh?
yeah, yeah.
We violent. Whether
Mm-hmm.
we kill an ant, a mosquito, we're aggressive, we're jealous. Ooh, look at Miss Debbie. Ooh, she just got a new car. How
I
did she
know.
do it? You know, what hate her because she's tall and slim.
Yeah, yeah.
Eh?
Those unnecessary things.
Mhm. Wow. Well, one thing for sure, Christ is showing me myself.
Yeah, and
He's showing me.
all of us.
Mm. Whoa. Mm.
Hmm. He
So
says when
those
they have been dissolved, they will no longer draw into your circumstances the negative and unhappy shadows which plagued you before. You will be traveling a higher path to freedom. As you
mm,
progress, you will come to perceive little faults of consciousness in your mind and heart, and an arch which will never seem to be wrong before, and which this happiness you must go through the same procedure of writing them down and taking them in utter faith to your spiritual father. Now there is none more there is one more thing you must do to complete the rebuilding of your consciousness in place of these things. In place of these things. It's just rebuilding our consciousness. We started out by thinking, talking about all the things that we have been programmed with when we came on this earth. So as
Hmm.
you mentioned earlier too, sis, we gotta clean out all this stuff. As long as we've been on earth, all these things that we see here, intolerance that's created by our ego.
Yes. Hmm.
Yeah,
But it's amazing how even with some people say, "Oh, I love God." You never seen energy before, but your own child or a sibling or neighbor, you hate them. You see them
exactly.
every day,
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
but you hate them.
Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah. And
wow.
that we have to get over.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. No longer will, when we get over this, no longer will you seek to put others down in order to make yourself feel greater and more self-confident. Your
Mm-hmm.
entire consciousness will be directed to affirming other people and building up everything within your orbit. If we're not doing this, if we're not feeling all this right here, we know we have work to do.
Yes.
If we're not feeling nourishing, nurturing, teaching, protect, maintain, fulfill the needs of others, and seek to lovingly establish order out of chaotic, mindless actions. If we're not doing this right here, we know we have work to do.
A lot of work.
Yeah, we have work to purify our consciousness.
Mm-hmm.
And I like when you talk about the soul here. Having written your goals and aspirations on your sheet of paper, again, lie down and reach out to your divine reality and ask that the beautiful impulses, the nature of the divine, may gradually spread through your mind and heart and become your own consciousness. Yeah. The nature of the divine gradually spread through your mind and heart. So, and become your own consciousness. When this happens, your soul will be like a little baby chick pecking and
Second.
pecking, breaking its shell to emerge into the wonder of the
Mm-hmm.
great big world. This is when we reunite with our soul, to be united with Mother Hen, patiently waiting for her child to rejoin her. This is how it is with me and all other Christed souls. We wait and watched, help the people who long to find out the cause of their emptiness of spirit, who set their hearts on transcending earthly occupations, whose minds are being drawn to higher purpose in life, and show dreams of coming into perfect attunement with their own souls and their divine source. And if you're listening to this ministry, if this find you, you are one of those that um, find that emptiness that's been called for this divine, a higher purpose in life. As we mentioned earlier, you wouldn't be on this ministry if you didn't feel listening to this, if you didn't feel that there was a higher purpose in life for you, you know? We don't want, a lot of us question our 9 to 5 job. I hear a lot of people talking about, I don't feel the satisfaction of working 9 to 5 anymore. You know, you go out there, you do all this energy, you give all this energy, and you still can't pay your bills.
Mm-hmm.
You still can't pay your bills.
True.
You still can't spend time with your family. There has to be more in life.
And even
And
if you can't, some people don't have joy.
and you'll have joy.
They
You
don't
go
have peace of
there
mind. Yeah.
and you're trying to be what you're not.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So this is the last paragraph we're going to read here tonight. I will not tell you what qualities to write for your new consciousness. These must come out of your present perception of the highest and best. Again, study the divine nature of divine consciousness, which I perceive so clearly in the desert and described for you in letter one. Let this divine nature becomes your own nature. And I have letter one. If you want to understand what divine nature, you could re-listen to that if you didn't. Um, what divine nature is saying, we should let the divine nature be our own nature. I think protection is one of them. Um, protection given, protection given, um, pro providing, you know, those things that, just imagine when we came into this world, oh, we were provided for in that there was milk ready for us. Those are the characteristics of the divine nature. Providing for us. There was milk ready for the babies, not just us, other animals too.
Mm-hmm.
That's the nature of our Father. Protection, our hair is protection, our nails is protection. Um,
Mm-hmm.
if I can, I'm trying to remember. They were so powerful. I'm trying to remember. Just the things you see in nature, that keeps us safe. Those are the nature of divine consciousness. Those are the nature of everything was created for our protection, um, and all of that when we came here. But if you want to go back and read letter one, you'll understand what he's talking about, the law, divine nature. That's what we should also aspire to be. All right, all right, all right. That's it for tonight. That's it for tonight. We're gonna stop here. Yeah. Yeah, that we're gonna stop here. I have a new camera. It looks sideways, but that's okay. All right. Thank you, sis. Oh, Father, we thank you tonight. We thank you for the knowledge that was brought forth here tonight. We thank you for your blessing always and your protection being with us. And helping us to understand what's been said in these letters. Father, we bless the homes represented here, those who have listened, those who will be listening. Father, we honor the God within each person here tonight, and those that will be listening, and in our homes and in our families, as we continue to come to knowledge of self, and taking us higher tonight, reuniting co- um, with our soul, and tapping in to that universal consciousness. Oh, Father, thank you for knowledge. And although we have been ignorant of our of who we are, Father. You've always blessed. You've always protected. we always felt the nature of that universal consciousness, even in our ignorance. And we thank you tonight. Thank you for your blessings. Thank you for watching over us. Thank you for this ministry. And we pray that it will continue to go forward in uplifting and making um and and those who have been called at this time will find this ministry so they can come into the knowledge of self.
Thank you.
Father, we thank you. Bless us as
Thank
we
you.
go. We give you honor. We give you glory. We
Mhm.
give you praise. Amen. Amen.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Amen. Amen. Such what a powerful lesson.
I know. I
Yes.
know. We never
Yes.
know what's gonna
Powerful.
be said.
I
Not each
know.
from here.
Oh
We never
my.
know. Yeah.
We're grateful. We're
Yes, we are.
humbled. Yes, we're thankful, grateful, and humbled.
Yes, yes,
Yes.
we are.
Yes. All right, my dear, you get some rest. And
Oh,
are you
yes.
working tomorrow?
No, Monday, Monday.
Okay. Okay. Well, we chat tomorrow.
Yes, be
All
blessed.
right.
God
Okay. All
bless.
right. Have a restful night.
You
Uh-huh.
too.
All
Too.
right. Bless you.
Bless.